Hello, hello, hello. Alf! Welcome. How are you doing, man? How is Alf? Okay, and... Holy crap, there we are. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gathering Hall. This is episode number 457, Joon the King, Quantum TV and Narcissist Road to Arrest, discussion hall number 9. That is quite a mouthful. Yeah, for anybody that might watch this later on, dude, we had talked about this guy like a year ago or so, and I think things have kind of come to a head and kind of wrapped up with his craziness. So I've been kind of out of the loop with whatever's going on with Quantum since like the last thing I remember happening was had something to do with like who's 6 foot dig 7. I have no clue. We're gonna find out together. Oh my god, what was that guy's name? The Act Man. Yeah, the Act Man's channel getting demonetized and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna get into this because this is a pretty lengthy video, and I have a tendency to talk a lot. Yeah, this guy here. Yo, this guy's nuts. Okay. Oh, hold on. There you guys. You should be able to hear the video now as well.
Yet he always flips the script and accuses his critics of the very same, while obsessively deleting comments on his own channel and posting comments on others.
You still can't hear anything? Bro, what?
Go beyond criticism.
Should be fine. Yeah,
Because
should be fine.
Made a review on Elden Ring, a game he allegedly didn't play, yet spanned more than 3 videos reviewing it, while also attacking people that played the game.
So I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family, no friends, no life, and they have literally
Dude.
thousands of hours.
So his review of Elden Ring is kind of what kicked this whole thing off, right? And the fact that he's like, this is a sandbox for people that have no life, no family, no hobbies, no nothing. You have nothing going on in your life. Bro, I put like 170 hours in Elden Ring. I have a family. I have a wife. I have a full-time job. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Contacted a creator's mother as an intimidation tactic.
Oh boy.
After his typical tactics of copyright abuse failed, and how you
Oh god, he's going fast. I can confirm that Quantum TV is threatening me and my family with... Yeah, so the Act Man. This is what I was talking about before. This is the stuff that I remembered. Was the fact that he called the Act Man's mom, which in and of itself is just fucking weird to begin with. So he calls it the Act Man's mom, and is like giving her veiled threats of some kind of legal repercussions if her son doesn't take down the video that hurt his feelings.
YouTube reacted to it, and Quantum overall, when he was at the center of this massive scandal, was even more surprising. He was also blamed for repeated spam calls to a different creator and the creator's significant other. Quantum
Guy is so fucking nuts, dude. I love it.
his opponents.
Holy crap. Okay. I just want to thank everyone for sticking with me. It's obvious most of these other reviewers, like Stop the FOMO, Digital Trends, and HD TV Test, are just Satanists in disguise. Every time I've seen one of their videos, you can tell that they are trying to brainwash the masses into their gay, liberal, satanic, atheist agenda. Yo, what?
Worshipping Satan and drug use through a method of hypnosis hidden through their TV reviews. That still only scratches the surface of what he is trying to hide through his pattern deletion of videos.
Oh, man.
Attempts to hand off.
See, I was going to watch this video anyways, but I really missed streaming. So I figured we would do a discussion hall. So let me get comfy here. I wish I did have some popcorn, though. Not going to lie.
TV. Why was he arrested, and what is he really hiding?
I had heard that he had been arrested.
Quantum's story, at least as far back as he's unable to clean the breadcrumbs, starts in 2009. A Twitter account under Ramil X is made with a bio that reads, quote, "Bio are for single people, bitch, I'm married."
However, single people bitch, I'm married. Oh my god.
Unquote.
He's a
This
classic
is a big
narcissist.
statement, as
That's what
the
happened here.
solitary lifestyle of those that write bios, he himself has written one. Fitting that his stories start with a contradiction. Scrolling through his first replies, he attempts to get the attention of several record companies, and the replies reveal he is a guitarist and
About to play Dragon Force Through the Fire and Flames in E standard.
possibly a decent one by the songs he's playing. He also links to his MySpace that has a single song, though as the platform has deteriorated, the song is unplayable.
Damn, I was really wanting to hear it.
That goes by Cataclysm Clamor, also made in 2009. Within was a single video of Quantum and his band attending a battle of the bands. The crew thumbnail shows Quantum on guitar. The interesting bit is Quantum both disavows prior channels and even this Twitter. Yet this Battle of the Bands video, if clicked on through the link, shows that it was claimed by Quantum TV for copyright. In an attempt
Damn it!
to hide his past,
I want to see this guy's guitar skills. Warning, a new challenger approaches. What's going on, Kenny? Welcome to this, what seems to be once in a blue moon show that we run here on this channel. Hopefully that gets better coming in the next couple of weeks.
he only gives it legitimacy. Additionally, it shows that Quantum lacks access to his older social media accounts, as it would have been less telling if the video or the channel itself was deactivated.
That's really disappointing.
And then after 2009, nothing. Until 4 years later, on June 30th, 2013, Ramiel X tweeted, "Finally back from the military, expect new music soon," followed by its last tweet, "Beautiful Florida weather." What happened
So,
was
is
Quantum
this
signed up for the
person
Marines.
Quantum,
Then he was
or
honorably discharged a few months after joining due to degenerative nerve damage, and so he was on to his next venture. In sync with his last tweet, he made a new channel within 2 days of posting it, under the name Quantum Apotheosis. Quantum has
Okay, so
new
yes, this is
definitions.
the same person.
The most, the word is just known by the complexity around its proper usage. Apotheosis, however, is quite different and telling of Quantum. It can be defined as the highest point in development of something, culmination or climax. There are two ways to view this.
dude? Think this guy goes to sleep at night? Like he lays down in his bed. He's got like a fucking mirror. He sits on his nightstand and he stares longingly into his eyes as he falls asleep. It's the kind of guy this person reminds me of.
One is how
He's very clearly in love with himself.
Especially skilled. The peak may be in reference to others, as he sits upon the top and towers others with his status, ability, or knowledge. The other interpretation is more sad, but realistically applicable, in that Quantum Apotheosis, as we're about to find out, is the best version of themselves, with his peak of competence being the majority's trough, and will be unable to improve through his status.
That's what the fucking
ability, or
Deadpool
knowledge.
mask.
Unfortunately, the channel Quantum Apotheosis has wiped their catalog from 2014 to mid-2022. In place,
Yeah,
his
of
new
course.
Quantum Apotheos Twitter launched close to his channel of a similar name, and other surviving interactions with him will fill in the blank.
So he's also a photographer.
From 2014 through 2017, on his Twitter, the majority of early tweets are directed at the developers of a wrestling and Naruto video game. And then in 2017, the tweets shift heavily, and only focus on supporting the US president, before then again tweeting at game developers, stating that their games are all trash and unplayable.
This is the worst soundtrack ever in the history of WWE games. Wait to drop the ball. This is all trash. Well, I can't really argue with the guy when it comes to WWE and sports titles in general. They kind of all
Notice
are
how none of these
garbage.
tweets
There's
play
no
to the
incentive
purpose
for
of
the
his
companies
Twitter.
to make them
As for
better.
his bio, he reveals he is a photographer. This is all extremely light compared to what comes next.
Quantum Apotheosis. He is about television's tech channel.
I just wanted to just let you know, especially Quantum, because he called me out on it. And for some apparent reason, he has some kind of problem with me. I don't know what it is.
This guy, Quantum Apotheosis, still haven't learned his lesson.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Still with the
Gonna be
old
honest.
antics, but I'm personally glad that his channel, because he was lying about a lot of stuff, man. I mean, lying about
Yeah,
the keys
narcissists
he
tend
had.
to lie.
Those channels
Quite
discussing
frequently.
Quantum were Mr. 4K, Sprite Ent, and Westside Tech, respectively, with videos released in either March of 2018 or April 2018. They are also all relatively small tech review channels. While Mr. 4K was shouting out Quantum, Sprite Ent was confused as to why he was getting targeted by Quantum, and Westside Tech was happily partaking in attacks back to Quantum. Mr. 4K's video in particular revealed
How many subs does he have right here? He has 13,000 subs, and he's complaining about a channel with like 500 subs.
that Quantum had 13,000
I'm guessing he's
subscribers
got
and had now
issues with
moved on to
people
review
having
televisions
opinions
and even
on
uploading
him.
movie clips as per his uploading of a scene from Wreck-It Ralph 2 reveals.
More pancakes.
Let's speed it up. Pancake, 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 pancake. Eat, little bunny. Eat, eat, eat.
Ralph, you might want to try feeding the kitty for a little while.
No, the kitty gets the milkshake. The bunny gets the pancake.
That movie clip is also the second most popular video on his channel. Its description reads, Hashtag Quantum Apotheosis, the bunny gets a pancake will likely be the next big meme. Enjoy the funniest clip of the year from the first person with the bunny gets the pancake scene ready to go for all. The rest of the description is inaccessible. It's hard to say why Quantum began reviewing televisions. But then again, his interest and prior experiences do range widely, as do the people he was attacking through his videos and now tweets through his third.
This fucking guy. Why do you care? I've never, ever understood why people care. Who loves who? Like, why is that an issue for people? Does it really affect anybody else if two people of the same gender get married? I don't understand why people are so, like, this. Why are people like this?
Newly made Twitter, QuantumTV_YT, made in June 2018. The same month, The Last of Us Part 2 was coming out, as well as building controversy before its release. Quantum tells the director of the game to keep their sexuality to themselves underneath one of their tweets.
Disgusting and bigotry divides the community again. Way to go, Neil. You're a scumbag. Keep your sexuality to yourself. We don't want this in gaming. You just made the list. The list. And I love how he says, we don't want this in gaming. Who's we? Who is we? Boycott the LGBT of us. So fucking stupid.
Quantum is also seen attacking a user that promoted the game and the game.
Oh! Yo, you're going too fast.
One of their tweets. Quantum is also seen attacking a user.
Absolutely disgusting bigotry against all non-gay gamers who even have an LGBT profile pic. Where's the straight pride flag? You disgracefully put your sexuality before gamers. All this did was dive your sales big time. I hope it was worth it, scumbag.
That promoted the game
Fucking
and
hell.
the game studio directly. What would really later draw interest is this post of two women dancing in a behind the scenes of Last of Us Part 2, where in response, Quantum tweets, quote, You have LGBT kissing in church, but we're bigots for rejecting this hateful content?
How is it hateful content? Yo, it is literally the exact opposite of hateful content. Oh, this gets me so fucking tilted so easily, though.
Why aren't you Pulse victims? SMH? The world will
Okay, so yeah, this I remember him. I remember this segment where he was talking about them being Pulse victims, because at the time when I first heard that, I didn't know what that was. So for anybody that watches this that doesn't know what he's talking about when he says a Pulse victim, there was a club. It was like an LGBTQ hangout spot or something like that, but there was a person that went in and shot the place up. I can't remember. I think the name of the club was Pulse or something like that. Hence Pulse victim. Like you should have been a Pulse nightclub victim is what he's saying here. So he's wanting these people dead. For what? Dead for what? Because they love somebody of the same gender? That is fucking ridiculous. You are a disgusting human being.
place without you. Hashtag boycott, hashtag the LGBT of us. Unquote. Quantum is referencing a tragedy where 49 people were killed and 53 others were
Yes.
wounded at Pulse, a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida. A user then questions Quantum's sanity. Quantum responds with, quote, "They deserve it. The world is better off without them forcing their lifestyles on it."
Notice the double standard here, too. You know what I mean? Like, you've got this double standard of somebody saying that the world would be better off without you because you are putting your lifestyle on us. In the same conversation, he is literally forcing his lifestyle and his choices and the way that he feels about things on other people. Double standards, man. They're crazy, right?
Unquote. These tweets, taking place from June 12, 2018 to June 14, 2018, possibly lined up with a video on quantum apotheosis. YouTube, however, was less accepting of his stance, and due to repeated offenses, banned quantum apotheosis. But looking
I have been banned for YouTube for 2 weeks. Come to Quantum's controller wars, watch videos until time runs out. Snowflakes won't win this one.
at Quantum's Facebook, that wasn't his only channel. Not only did Quantum
There's a
make
difference
channel
between
in
free
March
speech and hate
2018,
speech,
he also
asshole.
made Quantum TV blogs the year prior. His Facebook
Quantum the
blog
shill.
channel that would now become his main channel when rebranding simply as the now infamously known Quantum TV. On his gaming channel, like on his main channel, he did not abstain from uploading the same kind of controversial content that got him banned. At least it seems that way because all these videos are unavailable due to his mass deletion of them. As a testament to the depths of his scrubbing, his first available video on Quantum TV was posted further into the year on October 17, 2018, yet is labeled episode 394. The next video uploaded in November skips to episode 449. The next available video uploaded in
This
June
guy deletes all his
episode
videos.
637.
Yes!
After this
He's one of
video, the
those.
labeling/uploads seem to have stabilized, as they mostly begin following accurate numerical order. While Quantum could have theoretically uploaded
What's going
once
on,
more and
Marco?
labeled the
Welcome.
numbers sporadically, his social blade shows a mass deletion of over 5 million views off his channel.
Good
And
lord.
theoretically, if his average video gets 10,000 views, then that amounts to over 500 videos removed from 2017 to 2022. As for the meat of his channel, the reviews themselves are not very interesting, unless you are looking for reviews for a specific model and how bad the input lag is and the like. The process of how these are made is far more interesting. The theory is that he uses a loophole of sorts by having the highest tier membership you can with Best Buy. This allows returns for up to 60 days in. So he purchases a television, produces several videos covering the television's performance, that again makes it more frustrating for viewers and lowers the chances of them returning because they'd have to go through several of his videos on the same television to get a conclusion. And even then, his accuracy is questionable at best. In some videos, he doesn't even review the television. He just rants about the quality of the box it came in.
You paid $3,000. The box isn't glued. It isn't stapled. It pops up from the top. It's plain. It's just cardboard.
Yo, who gives a shit? Does it fucking work? It's like, goddamn, dude. I've worked in an environment where these TVs are shipped. The boxes get beat the hell up. That has nothing to do with the brand or the quality of said brand.
Justify this and say dumb shit like, who cares about the box?
Who cares about the box?
The box doesn't matter. Are you a fucking idiot? Do you understand? If you move, where you gonna put the fucking TV? Are you one of those dumb fucks that throw a shirt over your TV and just say, it'll be okay? It's a $3,000.
Yo, this guy is nuts. This guy is insane. Literally insane.
Goddamn.
Oh.
I'm not throwing a fucking shirt over it, guy.
Quantum then goes on to attack his audience in general, threatening to pause his service of TV reviews if his appreciation isn't shown.
So all of you in the comment section that want to have a feeling about
Who gives a crap about S-Box? I know it's supposed to be A-Box. It's for transportation only. If the product is good, I don't give a fuck about the box. Stop being a winning bitch.
me telling you that this is a downgrade, this is fucked up. I mean, I've got people literally acting like I just shit on
I know why you can't see the brightness. It's because you only see the negative. Life is good. Be happy. Give credit where credit is due.
the whole TV, the whole review
Jeff, you are
suck,
fighting
I
a
have
losing
no
battle, my guy.
I haven't even had the chance to tell you what I've seen yet because we can't get past this part, and we ain't gonna get past this part until you motherfuckers show some respect.
Who the fuck is this guy? To you motherfuckers, show some respect.
Because if
Yo.
okay, I'm doing you a goddamn service by showing you what I'm
Wow.
taking away from you. I'm not getting paid. Like these
Dude,
people are getting paid
what?
to talk about these TVs. Is it?
Who else do we know, guys? This says a lot of the same kind of shit. Who else do we know? I'm providing you a service, so you better sub to this channel right fucking now. Now. Sub to this channel.
I'm literally doing this to help people. And when I get disrespectful fucks,
He's doing this
who are
because he
trying
wants
to have
attention.
an opinion about facts, like this is the biggest downgrade in Sony OLED history, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm like a goddamn dog with a bone, and if you didn't know Quantum TV is like this, well, now you fucking know.
This video is not an outlier. When the Xbox Series X was announced, the following day he deemed it to be trash. The reason? Its shape.
The Xbox Series X is trash. It tries to make itself look like a PC, tricking console gamers into believing that they have anything close to what a PC actually offers.
For his mainstay television reviews, he will sometimes
You know, most people that are console-only gamers are console-only gamers because they don't want to deal with stuff like the PC side of gaming. That's the whole appeal of a console. So that was a stupid fucking statement to be like, oh, they're trying to convince people who are buying Xboxes that it's like a PC. No. No, I don't think that's what they were going for, you idiot.
purchase televisions and then put them side by side to compare them. After he is done with them, he returns them and cycles the money onto newer brands and so on. But Quantum is different from other television reviewers. Where the typical reviewer might go for a straightforward review without any distractions to complicate the simplicity of them, Quantum, in the reviews, opts to wear a mask of the comic book figure Deadpool and keeps to the same clothing for every review.
For some reason,
As
yeah.
revealed by him, this is done to protect his family and family's privacy from crazy people online. But there is more effort here than he exposes. Take note of how the audio is not muffled, nor is there a lapel or any form of mic visible.
Does PlayStation's new HDR option really do anything on the PlayStation 4?
More important, notice how the mask doesn't move when he speaks. It doesn't stretch, and his features seem to also stay in position as he talks. This means that Quantum records the audio separately, then flails silently to match the audio. As for his outro, his videos end with him thrusting against the air, amongst other things, to a remix of a song from the cartoon Danny Phantom. There is a uniqueness to his work. His channel is presented as a TV review channel, yet he has what he calls a podcast that are mostly long-winded rants. The same thing can be said about his sparse game reviews uploaded on his channel. Arguably, the videos with the least substance are the ones critiquing the other reviewers.
Now, Vincent in his review goes on to complain that TCL and Samsung are over-brightening the EOTF curve. This is something that he's been whining and complaining about for the longest time, propagating it as an actual fact. Now, I'm not trying to bury FOMO on tech with a shovel or anything like that, but when somebody is clearly wrong and they are misinforming people, they should be asked about it.
Why is it so quiet?
Has heard some feedback from other reviewers out there, and they've implemented a fix, and they say they're actually coming out with another one later. But other reviewers out there.
Hello, other reviewer here.
While it is hard to find someone that Quantum has not targeted, it is hard to find any reciprocation, especially from the larger channels that he often prods. In most of his videos, he makes sure to promote his slogan, the #1 brand in honesty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The #1 brand in honesty, sure.
Ask him in the comments down below.
He claims that was given to him by viewers. But in the videos where he attacks other channels, he makes sure that the videos is equal parts critiques and repeating his phrase that fits into other arrogant self-promotional sayings to make it seem like, because of his negativity, is the only one able to create critical videos due to his lacking of sponsorships or affiliate links. Something that he will later have, but hardly change his tune to. Often inserted in these rants are phrases like honestly, at the end of the day, in a nutshell, let's call it what it is. Let's be real, just being real with you. The reality is, and other variants pushing the same idea of his over-encompassing honesty and certainty. Yet as much as he prods channels like HD TV Test or Stop the FOMO, both more successful channels, when searching them, these are all one-sided as Quantum is very much ignored. But viewers are not as kind, and will be expressive of Quantum's own criticisms. In the majority of videos from 2019, the comments are turned off, and
Of course they are. Of course he's going to turn his comments off because he can't handle somebody coming in there and saying anything negative to him, you know?
Like those of other channels' comment sections, Reddit, and the AVS forums. As per the front page is a forum community dedicated to home theater owners and enthusiasts. This is the largest gathering space that many TV reviewers will often visit, yet few posts will veer off topic and onto talking about Quantum TV all the way back when he was still Quantum Apotheosis. Members referring to him as amateur, taken aback to how much he attacks
The
other
Alex
tech reviewers.
Jones of TV tech
Readers
reviews.
unsure if it is a troll or if his criticisms are genuine. Redditors take a similar stance. The top comment of this post questioning Quantum's credibility says, quote, "His name should be Quantum Psychosis," unquote. The rest of the comments talk about his reviews in the sense that there is no evidence to represent any credibility, while others talk about him personally, discussing both his strategy and instability. Quote, "The guy is a nutbag who literally can't take any criticism. If somebody points out how his opinion may be wrong, he immediately deletes the post and bans the account. He seems to be an angry, unstable person in general who doesn't ever show his equipment or methodology."
So, what kind of viewership does Quantum get on a normal? Let's head over to his YouTube channel real quick. Does he still have a YouTube channel? Yes. 3 hours ago he posted a video. Shut up. I mean, he doesn't pull in the greatest numbers, but I mean, he's got 15,000, 17,000, 5.7 thousand, 9,000, 10,000. We'll just go with this 10,000 because it's kind of right in the middle. 73 comments on this video with 10,000 views, right? And this guy is definitely sitting there babysitting his comment section. How often does he upload? Oh, pretty regularly. It looks at like 5 or 6 videos maybe a week. 1, 2, 5. 5 videos this week. In the last week. So if we do the math, so 5 videos a week, 75 comments a video. That's 375 comments, and those are just the ones that he's allowing us to see. That sounds exhausting. To sit there and babysit your comment section just because you're afraid somebody might disagree with you. Fuck that. I have better things to do with my time,
Unquote.
you know?
As Quantum slowly began to grow, criticisms of him at a significantly faster pace would increase across these places, but never visibly on his channel. The most that was noticed was his frustration at always being the target.
But it's like no matter how hard I try, I'm always the target. I've always been the target, I've noticed. And it's to the point where it's just like, what is this, pick on black guy day? Because at this point...
Oh my god. No! I knew he was gonna say it eventually. Has nothing to do with your skin color, you asshole. It has to do with the fact that you're a fucking psychopath. And you're a contrarian. That's what it comes down to. He goes against the grain just to get the attention. And then when he gets the attention, he's like, oh no! I can't handle all this criticism. Gotta go on a fucking crazy tirade.
That's the only difference between the various publications.
This guy.
I'm the only black guy out here.
Even with his channel wiped to his own satisfaction, there are still many videos left that provide ample evidence of his hypocrisy and aggressiveness towards other reviewers. These are 2 key pieces that will increase criticism towards him. And as more people are exposed to Quantum, they will pick up on his moveset, of deflecting criticism mostly by disregarding his previous stances as if they never existed to fit whatever current narrative he is pushing. He has always tried to delete contradictory stances on his channel, but he will take this to a whole new level starting 2020 with another reviewer known as Ninjician. Ninjician created videos criticizing Quantum and what he calls his calibration service. To explain this, Quantum...
You know how you can tell that somebody has lost an argument? or that somebody doesn't have anything to contribute to an argument with or discussion with, they immediately result or immediately, they immediately go straight to the low-hanging fruits. The insults, the physical appearance attacks. That's how you know when somebody has lost an argument. What is Quantum doing here? He looks like a drug addict, probably all that nicotine. Straight off the bat, immediately with the insults. He's already lost. You can't have a discussion with somebody like that.
Using the $5 membership feature on YouTube provides exclusive access to his calibration recommendations. There is a problem with this because there are actual TV calibrators, and it is well understood that TV calibrators must go into a person's house to calibrate the TV to fit the room it's in, to best work with the lighting it's exposed to, etc.
Yeah, because every house is different. Every lighting scenario is different. You can't just have a perfect calibrated settings for everybody to use in every scenario. Because it's just like I said, every single house is different. Like, for instance, my TV out here in the main gaming room would have to be calibrated differently than the TV that is sitting on this wall in front of me. Because the lighting is different. That in and of itself makes it so that you can't just be like, here, this is the perfect setting, use this for everything.
That is the largest problem, as Quantum was only offering his services online and was trying to apply his recommendations to all televisions. Recommendations that were at times so terrible that his recommended levels of saturation made the people on screen look like lobsters.
Yes.
Quantum was not very pleased at this and other videos Ninjishin made, so he tried to take them down through a DMCA, a request that allows a copyright holder to claim that the infringer is using
fucking
their content
scumbag,
in
dude.
a non-transformative way. When this is done, unless it is filed incorrectly or YouTube has determined that without a reasonable doubt no work was infringed upon, the video will be taken down and then the infringer can fight to reinstate the video by providing their personal information to the copyright holder in order for them to sue the infringer. In that case, YouTube will wait 2 weeks for the copyright holder to submit proof that they are suing the infringer and the video will be left down. Or, as
Which
is
kills the
often
video,
the case,
essentially.
the video will be reinstated because lawsuits are costly and the copyright system is often abused to harass and intimidate. But again, if YouTube decides that the initial takedown request is unreasonable, they will still notify the would-be infringer that someone did try to take their video down and provide them with what they told YouTube. That's why we have this email that shows Quantum TV tried to take Ninjishin's video down criticizing him, claiming that he, Quantum TV, owned the rights to cosplay Deadpool and the proof was a photo, as Ninjishin in criticizing Quantum showed him in the cosplay. This is quite entertaining because Quantum, prior to this takedown, had his own video taken down and explained fair use and copyright abuse rather well.
Under copyright law, however, there are certain allowances made, such as commentary, critical critiques, review pieces. And me reviewing your disc and showing and highlighting problems and literally doing it for educational purposes is not a violation of copyright, and I am not usurping your market. Therefore, this is a fraudulent copyright strike, and I will fight it tooth and fucking nail.
Which shows he has understanding of it.
Yeah,
the best part
fair enough.
is, with this understanding of fair use and the critical protection transformative videos have, he still filed that request, and a part of him knew it would fail. What Quantum likely didn't know is initial and subsequent emails sent back and forth through the DMCA process will also be sent to the infringer. So Ninjishin was also able to see the lies Quantum was developing in order to try to sway YouTube.
It's not so much the copyright strike, it was the back and forth in the email chain with YouTube, because you get to see everything.
Right.
And he victimizes himself in the copyright claims. He was stating, you know, this guy is harassing my family, he's going after my mentally disabled brother, like all this stuff that I had no clue about.
What the
And
fuck?
I guess he doesn't realize that
What a fucking
the
idiot.
person that receives the copyright claim sees everything.
As is typical with manipulative and narcissistic individuals, their personal stances matter very little.
Yeah, this is like,
Correct.
literally, you could just watch the saga of Quantum TV and get the exact playbook of your generic narcissist.
Being on top, gloating is the usual goal. That's why it's interesting that Quantum allegedly made the accusation that Ninjishin was harassing his brother. Yet when his takedown request failed, Quantum took matters into his own hands, at least according to Ninjishin.
So I want to say it was September 2021 was when I put out a video saying I paid $5 for Quantum TV settings so you don't have to. Kind of like one of those before you buy videos.
Yeah, like the ones that are like before you buy like this, this toilet wand or whatever.
Yeah, and I think I even had, I think my girlfriend was even sitting next to me while I was recording the video. And I mean, they were god awful. I think we were playing Animal Crossing or something, and I was just getting her honest reaction to everything because she's into graphic design, UX design, so she's very visual. She was just laughing it up and everything. Well,
I kind of want to see what it looked like though. What do these settings look like?
Rushes out of the bedroom, and she gets this message to her phone that is a GIF of like a Deadpool, like kind of like animated, like kind of like laughing at her.
Yeah.
And it just has her name, and then it has our full address on it. I started getting messages from a user called Controller Corpse. So Controller CORPS, which happens to be Quantum's TikTok username, which now I think says something else. I forget what it is.
Man, he's everywhere.
And and it basically had it was just like saying hi with my real name and address, and then she started getting text messages, and her family members started getting text messages with those same pictures and their addresses. In my mind, I go, okay, there's two scenarios here. Either it is him directly, or it could
somebody
be
impersonating him, you know,
or it could be like a super fan. You know, somehow some super fan was, you know, threatening me and doing all this other stuff on his behalf.
So I would, without having the knowledge that I have of what he has done up to like I said, where he'd called the Actor Man's mom and stuff. If I didn't have that knowledge, I would be more in the camp of, well, this is kind of a nothing burger because there's no way to know that it was actually him. But the fact that we know that he would go out of his way to hunt down your personal information just to say, look, I know who you are, I found you, you know, back off, that kind of scenario, that kind of thing, I could 100% see him doing this. Do I know for a fact that he did? No. But I would not put it past him.
Later in the week, I was getting calls from my actual girlfriend, and I would get them every 30 seconds. And her phone, she wasn't calling me. It was a spoof number to the point where it was just keeping my phone locked up, so I wasn't able to take calls for like calibrations.
Right.
I ended up having to block these phone numbers just so my phone would be untied. Like, that's the kind of stuff I dealt with. What you want to do is file what's called like an IC3 report, or it's one of those. It's an internet crimes prevention report where you can put all the information in, you can do all this stuff, right?
Right.
It's IC3, you're right.
IC3. Yeah. So I put all that stuff in. I put his name as well as his spouse's name because that stuff had been sent to me. And basically, I had sent him another email that basically said, and I still have that email that I sent to him, and I basically said, hey, file this report. Do not contact me. Do not do anything anymore whatsoever.
I have filed to report any additional online contact, phone contact to myself or my loved ones, or unusual behavior will be added to the report. This is your only notification. I will not respond to any contact from you. Cyberstalking is a federal crime, and I will press charges against you to the full extent of the law. I'm being pretty professional, straight to the point, and no name calling or anything like that. He's just saying, hey, back off, leave me and my family alone, otherwise I will sue you.
With 100% certainty that Quantum was harassing Ninjishin, especially when only going on Ninjishin's words, there are pieces of information that existence increase the probability. First is the account Ninjishin mentioned was Controller Corpse, but only references that as Quantum's former TikTok name. But looking at Quantum's About page, his email is that exact same username. As for the number, Ninjishin says he freely gave it out to Quantum when he was trying to be friendly. Now, the more damning accusation is that Quantum was also harassing Ninjishin's girlfriend and family with these calls. To make this even remotely likely, he would have to expose himself to have the ability to get information from creators' families, which he hasn't done quite yet.
Quite yet, okay. I was going to say, yeah, he absolutely did that.
A month later, things were looking even more bleak for Quantum and his reputation. First, another Reddit post was made asking if Quantum is reliable, where Quantum says,
"Hell, I dare say I'm the 0.1% when it comes to honesty."
These users don't seem to agree, saying that 99.99% of the information he spreads is false, biased, and uneducated. Every comment in this thread writes about how narcissistic, angry, hypocritical, annoying, and overall unreliable he is.
Petty.
These
He's
are just
extremely
viewers
petty.
And perhaps viewers of competing channels. The resentment by the end of October had all the more reason to grow. Recalling the video where Quantum calls the Xbox trash and recommending consumers avoid purchasing it largely.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back.
After it was announced in December of 2019.
Don't feel so bad
Now,
about
in
being
October
gone because I haven't been
2023, he
streaming a
wrapped
whole
up
lot
his
lately.
uploads criticizing
But I
the
appreciate you
Xbox
stopping through.
just a month before it was meant to release. This brought on the ire of those already involved in the heated console war debate. He is an inherently very easy target due to his positioning. So Griffin Gaming, a creator that generally discusses commentary on the game community, broke apart one of Quantum's videos.
Bro, like, this video just needs to end at this point. You have completely embarrassed yourself at every single opportunity, and honestly, I kind of feel bad for you, dude.
That being said,
Yeah, I knew it, dude. He wasn't going to be able to sit down and take that.
thank you guys so much.
There's
for
no
watching
way.
Brand Honesty.
The #1 brand in honesty. That's pretty fucking ironic.
Displeased at what was likely the most negative.
Oh, yeah, I saw this video. Yeah, fuck Quantum. I was there when things went down. I was there for a little bit, and then I kind of stepped away from it because it was getting too weird for me. So when I saw that Joon the King had he does these awesome documentaries, and I was like, oh my god, I want to watch that. And I wanted to stream anyways, so I figured we would do a discussion haul on it, and I'll discuss it.
attention he's received in such a short amount of time, Quantum fired back in a deleted video where he threatened to copyright strike Griffin's video, and allegedly
Just letting you know, I do not appreciate being threatened with an illegal copyright takedown for a video that was clearly fair use, with commentary added, but I have trimmed out the clips with your outro music from the video as a gesture of good faith, and am just waiting for YouTube to process the changes. You can verify that this is my email address by checking the About section on my channel. Under my business email, abusing the copyright system is only ever going to make you look worse, regardless of what you feel I did to wrong you. So I hope the claim you made in your video that you intended to file a takedown copyright was not serious. I mean, he's not wrong. Nobody likes the copyright abusing assholes of YouTube.
Where he likely thought Griffin wouldn't budge. But Griffin adhered to Quantum's rules and used a YouTube editor to trim out the section Quantum requested so in his email. Here, Quantum loosens up and retracts the takedown request. They go back and forth and appreciate the effort to understand one another and defuse the situation. And then, a day later, Quantum fires back and he is once more displeased. This time, blaming Griffin's video for doing more harm and deeming it responsible for serious death threats and racial slurs.
Welcome to the internet, dude. I have, like, no following, and I still get fucking psychos that send me horrible messages. And I don't even get any viewership. Like, welcome to the internet.
Quantum again wants
Pack your bags, go away, because it's not for you.
Unwilling to budge is now threatened by Quantum reporting Griffin's video for cyber harassment. Now saying that Griffin's video is putting his daughter in danger and has led to the hacking of his Facebook, PlayStation, and Xbox. They somehow even got his phone number. Eventually, Griffin publishes a community post asking his viewers not to target Quantum to any degree. Then, 2 final emails are sent after Griffin's final response as Quantum continues to goad Griffin into deleting his video criticizing him. The cherry on top was this example comment that Quantum sent to prove the harassment he was getting was real.
This is the best I can do to show you I'm not lying about the harassment without putting my family out there. Just letting you know again, it wasn't some trick. And this is the proof that he provides, bro. Griffin ended you. Your logic is trash. Log off, buddy.
Quantum also uploaded
Dude, really? Come
a
on.
video naming Griffin Gaming and stating this.
Honestly, you guys need to de-escalate and you need to calm the hell down because I'm not coming after you and your fucking families, okay? This is ridiculous.
That about wraps up 2020. 2021 was the same, just with more intensity. More off YouTube threads where the comments en masse recommended readers to stay away from Quantum, with stronger determination than any previous threats. This one in particular is special because HDTV Test, or Vincent, responded on January 30th, 2021, albeit indirectly to Quantum, in correcting his calibrations on a specific television.
The only reason I'm doing this video is because there's another YouTube channel which suggested that the only way to unlock the full BT 2020 potential on an LG CX or C10 OLED is by engaging BT 2020 in this secret menu. I'm going to demonstrate the effects of doing so using real-world content in this video.
HD TV Test also slights Quantum in his video.
The thing with YouTube is that anyone can pick up a camera, make
pain
a few videos, and then accumulate some subscribers and make people believe what they say. But what I wanted to do in this video is to dispel some misinformation using objective charts and also real-world content.
Yeah, I can't comment on any of this stuff because I don't know jack shit about televisions or calibrating them or their settings. Like, it's just something I've never, ever
messed with.
So I can't even be like, oh, well, yeah, obviously he's going to be doing that.
To this video,
I have no knowledge of it.
I'm almost dying of laughter because Vincent over at HDTV Test thought he did something real big when he showed you guys this HDMI signaling override menu. Well, I'm going to show you in real time the difference between what he's showing you and what I'm going to show you. Now, unlike Vincent, I'm not just going to sit here and show you the menu and tell you, oh my god, it's so red when you go to the BT 2020.
I mean, it is very red.
Run away. Don't use it. I swear to God, these kinds of videos that these clowns make crack me up because it shows that they are not the professionals they say they are, and they don't know the basics of TVs.
Quantum's forced laughter poorly masks his frustration. His shaking recording that was possibly done through his phone exposes the anxiety in making an unplanned video that was a consequence of a quick response, and the repetition of his points demonstrates how distracted he was by HDTV Test's own video. It wouldn't be Quantum if he did not obsess over this and continue to prod. The following day, Quantum uploaded his second video on the matter using his repeat strategy of accusing users of abusing YouTube systems.
So when you see this around and you're asking yourself who's more credible, I'm going to keep showing you what I do with time, facts, and we don't need to put anybody's personal information, anybody's family, anybody's name out there. We let the data speak for itself, right? And I think when you look at my recent videos, they speak for themselves in real time.
As Quantum did with Griffin Gaming, he accuses HDTV Test viewers of wanting to cause harm to him and his family, hence the Deadpool mask to protect his identity.
Do people think that, like, does Quantum think that people just wake up in the morning and say, I think today I'm going to make a video about Quantum TV just because I think he's a piece of shit? Or could it be potentially that maybe the settings and the things that he's doing with the televisions are incorrect? And he's spreading misinformation, and people that actually care and actually have the knowledge to do these the settings and the calibrations for the televisions correctly are being like, hey, no, don't do this. This is bad. This is why. I think that's more likely than just waking up in the morning and saying, I feel like ruining somebody's day.
2 months later, one of Quantum's own videos was taken down by a copyright strike, and where he again shows apt understanding of what constitutes copyright abuse.
So, we've got My Gadget World. You guys probably already know, talks a lot of smack in his comment sections. He's a guy with 15,000 subscribers that think he has 15 million. He really thinks highly of himself. You can tell by the way he behaves. Okay, we're not here for that though.
Oh, he wasn't talking about himself.
He issued a takedown on Quantum TV for a 2-second GIF. Now, anybody that knows anything about copyright law knows that what he's doing is basically a revenge takedown, and that's definitely grounds for termination of your channel once YouTube finds out what you did. Critical commentary is allowed on YouTube. That is allowed in fair use.
Yes.
If you don't know that.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have reviews, we wouldn't have reactions, we wouldn't have commentary channels.
People were catching on to his antics. Before that, he decided to take his channel more seriously. A milestone that was set when he announced he was going to do a face reveal on livestream for his members only, and by his words, was going to have a grand old time and a lot of fun.
After years of wearing the mask, I am finally going to be taking it off as an exclusive perk to my members for saying thank you for all the support and love that you guys have shown me throughout the years. It is finally time for the guy behind the mask to say hello. It'll be an exclusive video for members. If you want to see the video, join up, become a member. It'll be an exclusive perk. That way we can keep the mystery for those who want it. But
will be happening. We will definitely be taking the mask off and having a lot of fun. And I think this is
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a fucking
see some of the reactions
hoot,
from you
man.
guys and just like have a grand old time.
With as much as he hated the Xbox Series X, in this video uploaded on August 5th, 2021, he explains why it is now better than the competing console, though he still finds the design ugly. More importantly, he was recording videos without the Deadpool mask.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the Xbox Series console, well, the Series S looks okay, but the Series X and the PS5, I think both consoles are kind of ugly. I don't think either console is very attractive. Now, if we're talking about this controller versus the PS5 controller, it's kind of a no-brainer. But as far as the actual aesthetic of the console, who really fucking cares?
Reasons for doing so, except for some of his videos where he calls out creators that normally has still images and reaction GIFs. And though most view Quantum TV as unreliable, there are times he is so correct he's almost clairvoyant, like in the beginning of 2022.
Be nervous. 2022 is a different year. I'm a different animal, and I'm telling you right now, we hit different. And the way we hit different is something that's a surprise we're all going to find out together. How about that? But what I will tell you is this.
We hit different. We're going to go absolutely fucking insane and start calling people's moms because we didn't like their video.
Don't take the underdogs lightly.
What happened in 2022 was Quantum TV's largest drama yet, with him at the center.
Fucking weak-ass crybaby little bitch, Quantum TV.
Your war with the TV calibration
calibration community.
Oh,
You
wow.
think I'm being too
Oh, dude's the dude's in deep. He's posting cringe on main. Oh, wow.
So many characters involved sparked from such a small event that snowballed to such an insane degree, stacked by Quantum TV's propensity to double down until he is unable. Whenever creators in whichever community recognizes the name Quantum TV, it was this event that is burned into their memory. How this manifested was a contrast of something universally loved attacked by something that was going to be universally hated.
Yes! Elden Ring!
Yeah, you just wanted to be a contrarian and chose to do so with Elden Ring because it was universally loved by everybody that played it. I fucking love Patchouli, dude. That guy's also nut.
The world was introduced to a game written by George R.R. Martin, the writer of Game of Thrones, which is a highly awarded series of books. Developed by From Software, the developers of the Dark Souls game series, who earned a reputation so great that their own games are used in general comparison to others when difficulty is one of its qualities, hence games being labeled Souls-likes. Yet still, those initiated into the series
Oh, I didn't know you could insta-kill the dragon?
for its unbelievably expansive world and diversity in weapons, enemies, and locations. A shared opinion so widespread that it won Game of the Year for 2022. And then you have the likes of Quantum TV, someone that has built a reputation themselves around their narcissistic, manipulative, and deceptive tendencies, that on March 3rd, 2022, uploaded their review on Elden Ring. Where in the first...
You know what's fucking hilarious about this whole Quantum Elden Ring scenario? Is I hate other From Software games. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I do not like them. I don't have fun playing them. I've tried numerous times to get through Demon Souls and Dark Souls. And I just I don't know, dude. There's just something about them I don't like. And I think what it is that they're linear. That's what was so nice about Elden Ring, is that if I got up against something that I just simply was not beating, I could go off in a different direction and have hours of fun just getting lost in this incredibly atmospheric, beautiful world. But, like I said, before Elden Ring, I had never had fun playing a From Software game, so I had pretty much no interest in picking up Elden Ring when it was announced. And then this fucking psycho started going crazy over Elden Ring, and other YouTubers started talking about it, and I started watching gameplay, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a shot. So that became my favorite game of 2022. And I never would have played it if not for Quantum TV. So in a way, I kind of have to thank Quantum. Otherwise, I would have missed out on one of the best games of this generation. XL. Thanks, Quantum. Fucking idiot. He gets confetti too.
First 10 seconds recommended to not buy this game and cites extremely vague criticisms that can be applicable to any game.
So, today I'll be giving you guys a review of Elden Ring. No spoilers and none of that other nonsense, and we're going to get straight to the point.
But yeah, because you didn't play it. Kind of hard to spoil it if you don't play it.
This review also doesn't include any footage from the game, which all brings into question if he even played it. Moreover, he wasn't just attacking the game, he was attacking its player base.
So I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family.
This
no
statement
friends,
is so dumb.
No life, and they have literally thousands of hours to grind away. I couldn't speak lowly enough about this game. I don't recommend it, and I think if you're smart, you'll just play something else. That's the review. Take it or leave it.
Detaching from criticizing the game to its larger audience in a game review didn't play out for him, and here's why. In his previous videos reviewing televisions, he is protected by the general public's lack of understanding of televisions beyond.
I was about to say the same exact thing.
He goes into
He's able to get away with his fucking narcissistic takes on televisions and his contrarian views on those because the people like me, the general populace, we don't have that information. We don't know a lot about televisions. We just know that they make pictures. They have pixels. You know, we don't know the in-depth workings of televisions. So he's able to pull the wool over a lot of people's eyes that way. But when it comes to gaming, it's such a huge mainstream medium that is easily accessible and easily understood by the general population that he came at the gaming population with this whole mindset that he had for televisions. Well, it doesn't work that way. You can't really do that. And it came back to bite him in the ass.
Them like nits, color management, the works. He has reviewed televisions for nearly a decade, and has been able to mask his incompetence because of others' ignorance. But with Elden Ring, more than any other game or movie he's reviewed, he can't hide behind obscurity. And every point he makes can be picked apart with accuracy, as a general player base or anyone that is familiar with games can see the massive flaws in his arguments.
And honestly, graphically, it has some serious challenges as far as frame rates and how textures even are produced in some frame rate modes.
Even so, that isn't what made things worse.
I had no frame rate issues with Elden Ring on PC, at least.
It was his need to double down on his takes that in every instance
while
made it all
recording
worse for him.
and streaming.
A few days after his initial review, he received more backlash than usual. So in response, he made a second part, wherein he repeats his opinions and again goes after the player base.
So, I'm receiving some backlash now that I wanted to address with some of you, because a lot of you are not only being childish, but I don't think you're actually seeing this objectively. And you know what I met with when I talk about flaws with the series? The same thing I met with the TV world, where when...
And you know, I need to say that, like I had mentioned before, I had no interest in playing Elden Ring before this whole thing came into being. And I had seen him use this argument against other people before too, where he would say, well, you're just pissed off at me because I didn't like your favorite video game. There are a lot of people that don't like my favorite video games. I love Sonic games. There are a lot of people that don't like Sonic games, and you know what? I don't care. I literally don't care. It has nothing to do with his opinion on Elden Ring. That's not why everybody was so pissed off at him. It's not why I don't like this guy. It has nothing to do with Elden Ring. That's what he didn't understand, or probably still doesn't understand. It's the Diet Coke low tier god. Fuck yes, it is. Oh shit. But yeah, it has nothing to do with Elden Ring. So this whole thing with him and Elden Ring is just funny to me.
When you mention a problem with something, fans of that series just damage control it. They'll say stupid, petty, chisty, catty, childish shit like, oh, you've lost credibility because you've spoke your mind. You gave your opinion. You now have no credibility with me. Okay, bye, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Bannerford, I appreciate it, dude. And it's not that I don't want to stream. I just don't have as much time as I once did. Like I said, once I get into a position where things are more consistent, because I don't have a working schedule. I literally don't have a schedule. That's not how it works. So tomorrow I know I'm working. Friday, I have no idea. Saturday, I know I'm working. Sunday, I know I have off. Monday, no fucking clue. So it's kind of hard to plan streams. And then even like say for instance on Friday, I probably won't stream Friday because I'm gonna be absolutely fucking exhausted. So I'm trying. We'll figure out a balance eventually.
As a new person, they have no easy mode. The graphics are dog shit. I mean, we're talking PS5 and Xbox Series X. A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion.
That is a really stupid thing to say. There are plenty of games that other people absolutely fucking love that I think suck ass. Point and click adventures are fucking boring. I hate them. I've never enjoyed a point and click adventure. Just being real. Those games are not made for me, but there are people that love them, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is a stupid fucking thing to say. A game that's not made for everyone. Now, on the flip side, I honestly do not understand the argument that people have from software games where a difficulty slider is like sacrilegious. You're not allowed to put a difficulty slider in the game. Would that really, really matter in the grand scheme? Is that really going to affect your enjoyment of the game if you want the challenge? It's just making it more accessible for people that might not have the reaction time or, you know, whatever the case may be. The dexterity to play the games in the way that the developer intended them to be played or whatever. You know? I don't understand that. I think adding accessibility to a game is never a bad thing. I love fighting games, for example, but I know a lot of people who don't because of how daunting the barrier to entry is. By this guy's logic, fighting games shouldn't be made in this example. Exactly! That's what I was saying about point-and-click adventures, or strategy games, or turn-based combat games, like JRPGs. Those are all games that I just simply never have ever been able to really get into. And by this guy's logic, none of those should exist because I don't like them. Brianna, my youngest sister, hates Sonic games. Well, she doesn't hate them, but she doesn't enjoy them. I guess those should never be made because they're not made for everybody. Mortal Kombat is an example too. Extremely gory, not made for everybody. Guess it shouldn't exist. It's just a dumb thing to say.
He also tells people to end themselves.
And it's your fault, not the dev's fault for not thinking of every single player of all kinds of walks of life. They don't care. It's a challenge, and it has to be for players who think every game is fucking easy, and if you aren't one of those players, then you are a scumbag, you filthy casual. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
Okay, I'm going to answer you first. You said, I thought you got into strategy games like Age of Empires 4. You guys seemingly had fun playing that on stream, especially the multiplayer. I like Age of Empires. I like the resource management of it. I like being able to like send out villagers to collect shit, and that's fun to me. But for the most part, it's kind of like, I'll give you Pokemon's another example. Pokemon is a turn-based combat or JRPG. Typically, I don't like those, but I really enjoy Pokemon. Same kind of thing with Age of Empires. I really enjoy Age of Empires, but as far as strategy games as a genre, I'm not really into it. So this is what he says right here.
It's a challenge, and it has to be for players who think every game is fucking easy, and if you aren't one of those players, then you are a scumbag, you filthy casual. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
What he said right there. So you could look at this at one of two ways. It's all a matter of perspective. Knowing who he is and how he is, I would lean more on the side of he definitely said, you know, to go yourself. But if you look at it at the perspective of he's talking about you playing the video game, I could see him saying, because what he says right before that is to just go and play the game and die over and over and over again in the game. I could see him saying it from the perspective of go play the game and die in the game. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily saying to go kill yourself or whatever, but to play the game and die in the game repetitively because that's the game's loop. So I don't know. It could be one or the other. He says he's talking about the game. Everybody else, I haven't seen anybody else ever kind of try to stick up for him on that point. And I'm not really sticking up for him, but I am trying to kind of play devil's advocate and show both sides of what could potentially be the correct argument, is that he was talking about the game. But that being said, like, his track record really doesn't help his case at all. Like, he's such an ass. And either way, it was a stupid thing to say. Especially, like, I wasn't even a live stream, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that was an edited video that he had uploaded. So it's not like he said it and he was like, probably shouldn't have said that. It just kind of came out. Because that happens on stream. Sometimes you say things you don't mean to say. You know, Freudian slips. But for it to be in an edited video, I don't know, it was just a really poor choice of words.
After this, things somewhat died down. Quantum went at least a week without responding to the comments criticizing his reviews, and there wasn't much attention to his opinions. There was, however, a video...
That fucking ball just creamed this guy, dude.
...by a relatively small creator with 5,000 subscribers in comparison to 550,000, who made a video on Quantum's two-part review. But that wasn't getting any traction at all. Even so, Quantum took it upon himself to post this comment on Mischief's video, saying he stole his footage with an illegal...
Holy shit, you literally stole my video footage with an illegal video downloader. Take this video down and remake it with all the stolen footage. Take this video down and remake it with all the stolen footage and without my likeness in your thumbnail. I think you meant to say remake it without all the stolen footage and without my likeness in your thumbnail. I own the sole copyright to Quantum TV brand and all of its imagery assets. Failure to remove the stolen content will result in a takedown, but I've already formally filed against you. But don't want to copyright strike you. I just want my assets removed, so I'm giving you a heads up. I don't mind criticism, just don't go stealing my videos from my channel. That isn't going to fly. It's a violation of YouTube terms of service to use third-party software to acquire someone's videos, and you're risking your channel with stunts like this. Only warning, man.
Legal video downloader and threatened to take down Mischief's video through a DMCA takedown.
For the record, Mischief's video was entirely transformative, and you were 100% allowed to create commentary and discussion for the purpose of review on a video. Like, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to show snippets of the video so long as you are transforming said video with your commentary, this, or by basically discussing or reviewing said video, which is kind of what Mischief did. He just didn't like that he made fun of him. That's the problem.
To miscite YouTube's terms of service to intimidate Mischief. And it worked. By March 14th, Quantum had sent a takedown request of the video. But before it was applied, Mischief took down his own video, saving him from getting a strike on his channel. Quantum also took down his original 2 videos and uploaded a new one where, by the looks of it, he was citing a hastily made PowerPoint to promote his ill-conceived notions of fair use, that in doing so, again exposed his ignorance. This was done while downplaying recent case law that goes against what he is doing by trying to deem it as useless. In this victory lap, Quantum references his prior experiences with Griffin Gaming and also attacks Mischief for now going around and attempting to get other creators' attention on Quantum's copyright threats. But as much as he tried to repeat his history of getting the final word, it wouldn't be so this time. Mischief, now revealed to be a 16-year-old residing in the UK, as hinted through a community post.
Okay, Quantum TV. Okay, so I've already read that bottom section. Quantum TV is threatening to illegally copyright strike my video, calling him out for spreading false information. Had to private the video because I'm not trying to deal with another Born 2 game situation. This guy desperately needs to learn basic research. Expect a video on this. You know what's hilarious? Is this whole scenario and this whole situation with Mischief and Quantum catapulted Mischief way ahead of Quantum, and you know that's gotta fucking burn. That's gotta burn his ass so bad.
Uploaded a video discussing the dangers of copyright abuse or taking down videos for criticism.
Like, how many subs does Mischief have right now?
Masking it as a copyright takedown, which can be deemed abuse of the system, which is grounds for many things if done with malice.
A lot of you are probably wondering what the hell happened. Well, a channel with 64,000 subscribers decided to harass me with threats of a copyright strike against my channel because I called out their Elden Ring review, in which they consistently got things factually incorrect. First of all, at the time I simply said to myself, fuck this, I'll deal with it later, and so took it down. What you're seeing now is me dealing with it later, and I will be in fact re-uploading it around 2 hours after this video.
Yo.
If it takes any action against the video, you can bet your ass it's going to more than likely haunt his channel forever. There is one thing.
Quantum has 82,000 subs. Mischief has 176,000. He almost has 100,000 more subs than Quantum now. So in a way, Mischief should probably thank Quantum.
No community on YouTube tolerates, and it's a copyright abuser.
What's more, Mischief, on the same day, re-uploaded his original video on Quantum with slight edits made to decrease the likelihood of it being taken down. Behind the scenes, a larger gaming creator known as Yakman was already in contact with Mischief about the situation. Publicly, other creators, small and large, were beginning to pick up his story. Yet Quantum persisted, as the following day on the 16th, he uploaded his 4th video, trying to bring the narrative back to Elden Ring. He then attacks anyone willing to pick up this story and goes back on attacking the Elden Ring player base. Then a 5th video on the 17th, a video responding to rival Review Tech USA, a larger channel that dabbles in tech and commentary. The strategy of trying to bring the argument to a lesser offense wasn't working. Though again, in this video he tries to tie it all back to Elden Ring while trying to explain
I'm something of a scientist myself.
To end themselves.
You guys are bashing on me, calling me a filthy casual player, and I say, hey man.
Yo, it has nothing to do with the fact that you hated Elden Ring or didn't play Elden Ring or sucked at Elden Ring or whatever. It had to do with the abuse of the copyright system and then the crazy shit that was posted on his social media.
And go kill yourself. Because that's the name of the game. Go kill yourself. Go die in the game a bunch of times. That's literally what the game is about and what you're bitching at me for not wanting to go do.
So this is what I was talking about earlier when I was saying that he could be saying it from that perspective. Like, he could have meant that. That is not outside of the realm of possibility. Was it a bad choice of words? Yes. Was it stupid to say? Yes. Was it stupid to include in an edited video? Yes.
Dude, I tell you to go do it, and now he said go
I'm
kill
gonna put some
yourself.
dirt in
You
your
just
eye.
don't
Oh, you
get
said the
it.
quote wrong, dude.
Woke trash is that? Get the fuck out of here with that.
In this video, he used another strategy from his moveset. He was trying to deflect creators' arguments and accusing them of whatever he is being accused of.
You literally
Deflection.
want people to accept only your opinion. You want an echo chamber, and when you don't get it, you're going to resort to childish behavior.
It is important to note that Quantum was still removing comments, disabling the like bar, and had a Discord where he was surrounded by those few that supported him. Another issue
Oh, his
arose.
Discord.
The 6th video on the subject, uploaded on the 18th, also responding to Review Tech USA.
How you been, Cheeseburger, my guy?
Addressing the 2018 Twitter post saying that 2 women dancing should have been part of a tragedy, and other tweets of that
God,
essence.
I cannot believe this guy said that shit.
Old enemies were joining in and adding to the stacking pile of evidence. Quantum, in response, said that he was hacked during this time and wouldn't be in his character
Oh,
to
of
say those
course.
things.
But he wants to run with cancer.
Of course he was hacked.
He wants to literally try to cancel me for hacked tweets. Yes, you heard that right. Hacked tweets as if I'm special. That's right, folks. I'm the only one on social media, period, that has ever been hacked. Never mind the fact that when people hack you, they literally turn your page into something that goes totally against your values and literally what you initially say.
Okay, so if in fact this is all true and he was hacked or whatever, we'll go with that narrative. Why the fuck would you leave those disgusting tweets on your Twitter? Why would you not delete those? I know if my shit was hacked, the first thing I would do was I would scrub through and get rid of anything like that that might have been posted during that time period. Screenshotting it all, obviously, and being like, I have this evidence, this is stuff that was posted after my Twitter was hacked. You don't have the foresight to delete that. I find that very hard to believe. Very hard to believe.
Your page up to be.
Also being brought to light was a Batman review posted just 8 days ago where he calls an actress a half-breed.
One of the moments that were really annoying for me is like you had Selena Kyle, which is Lenny Kravitz's daughter, like a half-breed, basically.
He's a fucking racist, too. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. Dude, are you fucking kidding me with this guy?
It was apparent people were going through his history of damning videos. So in March, he mass deleted hundreds of them and resulted in over 5 million views lost on his channel.
Alright, so that's the huge dip we were talking about at the beginning.
Review Tech USA using the F slur when confronting a possible troll.
I don't know, man, but you seem that you are such a fucking loser rabbit that you come on here all the fucking time.
Yet the attention was still on Quantum, with more eyes on him than he's ever had.
You serious? Pay you for what standing there? You serious? Pay you for what? Standing there? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god! Okay, we've already read this one too. I think.
Him to be, quote, Satanist in disguise.
I'm going to try to read as much of this as we can, but it's kind of blurred at the bottom. I just want to thank everyone for sticking with me. It's obvious most of these other reviewers, like Stop the FOMO, Digital Trends, HDT, just Satanist in disguise. Every time I seen one of their videos, oh, we did read this one already. This is when he's talking about them trying to be like indoctrinated into their gay satanic rituals or what the fuck ever.
One of their videos,
gay liberal satanic atheist agenda. That's what it was.
Into their gay liberal satanic atheist agenda, unquote. Quantum then goes on to say that watching Stop the FOMO in particular will influence you to have relationships with your father and do drugs while trying to conjure demons.
Where does it say that? 1 minute someone could be watching Stop the FOMO, and the next minute they start having anal sex with their dads doing coke and trying to conjure demons with satanic rituals. Holy shit!
Stop the FOMO used a symbol from the television show Lucifer when trying to calibrate a TV. The rest of the post is more the same, as he is
it was a fucking show on Amazon, dude. It's not that serious.
Christ, who died for our sins. Then the final video in March of this topic was uploaded on the 28th.
I'll tell you this, keep your eyes open for what we do next, because boy oh boy, if you're mad now, you're going to be pissed when you just see how far we continue to grow and what we take it to.
April continued this madness. On the 2nd, another video, this time calling Review Tech USA a predator for being a fan of a streamer and states that Review Tech USA deserves to be divorced. A similar video was uploaded on the 3rd.
I don't think Rich is married.
Nothing. Except a mass deletion of nearly all of his Elden Ring videos that at this point was done in vain because they were already backed up and spread to smaller commentators that were covering Quantum's incessant rants. By far, the most effective video was one that's purpose wasn't even on covering Quantum, but a compilation of criticizing the most disliked Elden Ring opinions on YouTube, uploaded by none other than the Actman.
And next up on the Elden Ring Clown Show is a rabbit hole I can't be bothered to go into. Apparently this guy Quantum TV made an Elden Ring review that he later deleted. People saw it was filled with terrible takes and made fun of it, like you do on the internet. One of these videos happened to be from a 17-year-old British guy named Mischief, and his response video triggered Quantum TV so far off the edge that he
I feel watching Quantum
strike a minor in a different country for criticizing him. This also led to a bunch of other YouTubers picking up the story, which led to Quantum making more videos and justifying his insane takes that you're about to see. It's like a rabbit hole we don't even want to go down.
Though Quantum's 3 initial
videos
we
want to go down in
the majority of Actman's criticisms, it likely would have been left at this. And then Quantum responded. Scrolling through all the negative comments he received revealed that he was going to try to take even Actman's videos down through copyright.
So for every single take on this,
yo, I still to this day don't understand what fucking happened with YouTube and Review Tech USA and Quantum and the Actman. Like, that whole scenario is so fucking weird to me, because there was clearly evidence that this narcissistic psychopath was blatantly abusing the copyright system, and he was the only one not punished.
Where people are saying that none of this
fucking
is
nuts.
Elden Ring, there you go. This is what it's about. So since what is his name here? The Act Man? Never heard of you until your fans came and attacked literally all of my videos and just started spamming and trolling and all that crap. So we're going to go.
It's only a spike. It will soon stabilize. I don't have Doc Ock's arms, but
and which, by the way,
it's a great movie.
Into my options around getting that taken down because.
In the same video, at around the 5-minute mark, he accidentally reveals Actman's video to be fair use by saying Actman was adding his own twist and turns and therefore transforming it into a different video, which means it was protected by fair use.
Which means it was...
You want to criticize me, do it all day, every day. You're doing it anyway. But the point is, like, the way you're doing it is dishonest. It's like, you know, you're taking things out of context, you're adding your little twists and your opinions to things.
A very damning start to his biggest mistake yet. Quantum did try to take down Actman's video, but through sheer incompetence, didn't even fill out the takedown form correctly. For the title of the video,
Get fucked, nerd.
Ring review. He didn't link to his stolen content as required because he removed his videos, and he cites the entirety of the section where Actman discusses Quantum as his own original work. On the 19th of April, after receiving this takedown attempt that was not enforced by YouTube, likely through the incompetence of Quantum, Actman decided he wanted to settle this directly and visited Quantum's Discord where it was taken to private messages. But Quantum was unwilling to budge nor discuss
the power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Matters through a voice chat.
Still a great movie.
There's also never been a situation.
I don't know if it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. It might be my favorite Spider-Man movie.
As he wouldn't be able to defend himself through his typical strategy of a one-sided argument. Now, both parties involved would escalate the situation. The Actman's goal, as revealed through a second video uploaded on April 23rd, 2022, besides promoting Mischief to the point that his channel was larger than Quantum's, which it is now, was to take down Quantum's channel.
I suggest you make peace with whatever content you wish to publish on your channel before you see this screen again, and Quantum, you're gonna see it again.
This video is of high quality, and themed in the video game series Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where Actman was playing his own take on Phoenix Wright as the Act Attorney, going over what led to this situation, including Review Text USA's and Mischief's coverage of Quantum. As for his stance, he could, theoretically, take down Quantum's channel by citing copyright.
I think what happened here was the Actman had said some things directly to YouTube, like execs, and they kind of took that in the wrong way. I think that's what happened.
As long as any video includes the likeness or work of the accuser, then they have the right to challenge it no matter how much it lies within fair use.
I love what they do to his head. Like, Review Tech USA's thumbnails, he would take his eyes and put them out further. It was funny.
Undeniable copyright abuse is when someone tries to take down a video or multiple videos with none of their likeness. The second method that Actman was using to try to get Quantum banned was pointing out Quantum's ban evading, because people
you hate MJ in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies? Yeah, she's not my favorite. She's kind of a bitch.
Little did I know how deep this would go.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
This month, I'm calling on behalf of Quantum TV. Your son has been making a string of really defamatory posts.
Bro, my mom would just hang up. 100% my mom would be like, stop calling me, just hang up.
About things he doesn't necessarily understand, and I want to try to talk about this.
That is Quantum TV on the phone calling the Actman's mother. This call took place only 40 minutes after the Actman uploaded his second video.
I cannot believe he called his mom.
Tactics and how he was either sitting on his mother's information or just found it that fast. The call is recorded through Quantum's in-house security camera that was only able to pick up Quantum's side of the call. Less than a minute in, she presumably asks how he got her number, which he responds,
"Public records."
He also reveals he is contacting her to get a hold of Actman, though he had a prior conversation with him and an offer to call through Discord. There was even a live stream hosted by Mischief and had the Actman on as a guest, where Quantum was typing in the chat. Both hosts were persistent in trying to get Quantum on so they could speak to him.
You're in chat, you're talking to us, just join the fucking server. Like, just have a conversation instead of, like, typing in chat, because that shit's delayed. It's really annoying.
Bro, Bricket Venom.
The offer with the excuse that he was driving.
Spider-Man 3 was such a letdown, though.
As much as Quantum recorded was nearly 8 minutes long. The tactic of calling another creator's mother and threatening a litigation is not a common one, And after the 6
No, I honestly, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody else ever doing that in the history of YouTube dramas. I don't think anybody's ever been like, I'm gonna call your mom and tell on you. Like, who the fuck does that, bro? Come on, dude.
And giving his phone number to her so she can pass it on to the Ackman.
I mean, at this point, I want to limit the amount of information that we're giving out because I don't plan on doing a whole lot if not necessary. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, if you're comfortable to have a conversation, no malice or anything behind this.
She, as most people would be, is in disbelief that this is not a prank call.
It's not a prank call. This isn't a game. I'm not sitting here to cause trouble for anyone. So, yeah, I just want him to leave me alone. He's harassing the hell out of me, really, if I'm being quite honest with you, ma'am. And I think at this point, it's to a point where if he doesn't stop, my only choice would be legal action. And I don't really like to go that route. It's not that I don't have the ability to go that route. I'd rather not drag a family through the mud given the times and the current status of the world. You understand what I mean? Like,
a minute.
This is a grown-ass man that had his feelings hurt by another grown-ass man on the internet, hunted the information down for his mom's phone number, and then called her to complain and tattle that he's being picked on by like, dude, what the fuck is going on? But in fact, the strongest guy in America lives in America. How do you know? How do you know somebody from overseas is not visiting and is stronger than the strongest man in America, making him the strongest man in America?
After the call ends, still in disbelief, she calls back to make sure it wasn't a prank.
hello, on TV. No, you're good. This is an actual contact for Quantum TV. You can call me anytime. It's legit.
At this point in time, no one knew about the call except for Quantum TV,
Yeah.
his wife, and the Ackman's family. In contacting the Ackman's mother, Quantum showed he had the Ackman's family's personal information and could open
just
to harassment beyond.
This whole thing is just so fucked up too. Like, why are you dragging his mom into this, dude?
Quantum himself.
That is
This event
nuts.
also gives more credibility to what happened to Ninjishin several years back, and this tactic worked.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about when I was saying, you know, if I hadn't known all this, the whole stuff with Ninjishin, I might not have believed so much. But because we know for fact that he went out of his way to contact the Ackman's mom, it's almost like him admitting that he also did the same kind of thing to Ninjishin too.
It jumped off of YouTube and was affecting the Ackman's family. As a direct result, the Ackman on Twitter, about 2 hours after the call, announced he was going back to regular content and was done with the Quantum business. What happens next is unsurprising. The most regular thing predicted by an irregular person's documented actions. A day after the call, on April 24th, Quantum TV released another video titled The Power of an Apology. In the Quantum TV moveset, he will struggle not to gloat.
What did the mom do? Nothing! She has nothing to do with any of this. That's what's so fucking crazy about this whole thing, is that the Ackman's mom and his family has nothing to do with his YouTube channel and his videos. So to drag his personal life into this YouTube drama is just disgusting. It's the wrong thing to do. Like, who cares that if his mom's information is publicly available and is easily accessible, you still don't call his mom, dude. That's just weird.
After he has seemingly won, he will press and press more than ever before if he feels the other person has lost. More importantly, he also uses his actions or offenses as a defense. If he does something malicious, he understands that that action is malicious, but will attempt to manipulate the situation to make it seem like whatever he did also happened to him, or at least happened to him first, while ignoring the malice behind his own actions.
And then you don't just stop there. You go even further with it, and some of you start doxing and sharing personal information. And then you go even a step further. You find people in real life.
I hate his fucking voice too, dude.
And then when you, as a creator, are approached and told, your video did this, these are your fans that are doing this. Dude, you gotta stop. You guys double down and go, you know what? Fuck you. You're full of shit. You're a what is it? You're pathological.
I also don't subscribe to the camp that a YouTube creator is responsible for the actions of their audience. Like, say for instance, if I ever get lucky enough to have like 400 or 500 people watching this channel on an average stream, and for some reason I get into some kind of beef with somebody and we disagree, and I in my live stream say, do not go harass this person, do not bother this person, and then my audience takes it upon themselves to go harass and bother this person, that is not my fault. That is not my problem. There's nothing I can do to control people. That is just, it's impossible to expect that of a YouTube creator. So for him to be like, this is your audience, these are your fans doing this to me, what do you want him to do? What the fuck do you want him to do? Go to every single person's house and like put them in a timeout in the corner? Like, what is he supposed to do? What is any YouTube creator supposed to do at that point? You know, if you in your video say, do not harass this person, do not bother this person, do not send messages to this person, don't comment, just leave them alone, and then they choose to do other things, that's not your fault.
Lying about this. Why would anyone lie to you about reaching out to you? Bro, ask him. Don't think I'm playing around. I called Ackman's mother to get a hold of him to let him know the kind of damage he was causing. Okay.
You called the Ackman's mom when you already had direct contact access to him through Discord. So why did you have to call his mom to get in contact with him? That makes no sense. You did it because you were trying to send a veiled threat. That's what that was for.
Okay? I'm not fucking around with this.
In a about 30-second span, Quantum goes from discussing how rapidly things devolve to taboo tactics, like accessing personal information to harass creators, to then gloating about calling the Ackman's mom, thus revealing it to the world that Quantum TV called the Ackman's mother. As Quantum requested, people were reaching out to the Ackman to verify this, and the Ackman on Twitter did so with this image where his mother calls Quantum a nut and states, quote, "If we see you, Quantum, we shoot on sight," unquote.
Okay, so that was not the correct thing to say. let's just keep it real. As much as I think the Ackman has a right to protect himself and his home and his family, probably shouldn't say it that way. If he wanted to send that kind of message, he could have said something like, Quantum, if I see you on my property, or any, like, basically on my property, just so you know, we have guns, we will protect ourselves. That's a little different than saying, Quantum, if we see you, we shoot on sight. I mean, that can just mean, you know, he's out at the grocery store and he sees Quantum, he's going to shoot him. Like, you got to be careful, especially with somebody like Quantum. You really have to be careful with how you word things, because he's, at this point, he's going to be looking for stuff to, as Cheeseburger so eloquently put it in chat, to put some dirt in your eye, you know.
The Ackman was back in the game, and as a response to this two-part tweet, Quantum uploaded a nearly 30-minute-long video with the full call. And because the Ackman stated he would shoot on sight, Quantum titled the video...
That right there is exactly why you have to be careful how you word things.
All of this, Quantum maintained his schedule of television reviews. After the last Ackman video, things slowed down. On April 29th and May 17th, YouTube emailed the Ackman, and on both instances, they said that they did not find any violations of their community guidelines in reference to Quantum TV. Quantum, in his Discord, was saying, quote, "I wish the most painful death on everyone involved in this massive smear campaign," unquote. Overall, May was an uneventful month. In June, however, Ackman's third video on Quantum was uploaded titled The Dark Age of YouTube. In the video, the Ackman actualizes the Ace Attorney character, full with custom-made animations like you would find in the actual game series. He summarizes the more recent events like the call to his mother and uses Quantum's words against him. He also discusses the unlikeliness of Quantum getting hacked, as he's using it as an excuse to remove himself from these tweets, because Quantum has demonstrated time after time that he aligns with that ideology.
I like the judge is Charlie.
Also goes over Quantum's history of copyright abuse with other creators, and positions himself and in a way YouTube that they either ban Quantum TV or that they side with hate, creating a with us or against us situation. The most important part of this video is it delves into the banned channel Quantum Apotheosis and the current channel Quantum TV that is being used to ban evade and is grounds
Right.
for termination
So,
of this channel. Except
for anybody that doesn't know, if you are running a YouTube channel and your channel is banned, you cannot make another channel. It's called ban evasion. You cannot do that. You're not allowed. It's against YouTube's terms of service. So technically, Quantum TV is ban evading because he's already had a channel that's been banned. Just a little bit of information there.
There is
a little bit of context.
Though the Wayback Machine shows that Quantum Apotheosis was banned for several years, it was unbanned as recent as April 21st, 2022, just 2 days prior to when the Act Man released his second video. But now, somehow in June, which is 2 months later, the channel is unbanned and rebranded as Next Gen Gamers, meaning that Quantum was no longer ban evading because his original channel was unbanned, and this is the Act Man's theory to how that was possible.
Your Honor, it's possible to change the custom URL of a YouTube channel quite easily. I suspect he found this video, changed the link of an old channel he had privated to match this one, and is trying to pass it off as if he was never terminated.
While the Act Man does have an interesting theory, the more recent explanation as to the unbanning of his channel is far more bizarre and is revealed later. Before then, YouTube did take action, and only 4 days after the Act Man's third video because they went ahead and took that video down. The reason was for violating YouTube's policy on nudity or sexual content. As to why was deducted to an image in the video where Quantum is presented with a cucumber in his mouth. In YouTube's vague reasoning, it allowed the employee that was reviewing.
I remember when that whole thing happened, dude. Everybody was all like, sexual cucumbers. Cucumbers are so sexual. Oh my god. He's attacking my sexuality by putting a cucumber in my mouth. I don't know what else you're supposed to do with cucumbers there, Quantum, but when I eat a cucumber, guess what? It goes in my mouth.
In the video to remove it for unwanted sexualization, possibly a luck of the draw, because as is for much of YouTube, their systems are incredibly flawed, and the company is so big there are huge problems with communication and consistency. YouTube is a massive mess behind the scenes, exemplified by the reviewing system that is delegated to inconsistent employees that reasoning for takedowns, approval of monetization, and other aspects relies on whoever is currently reviewing said video. On YouTube, you can upload the same video twice, and one can be approved by a YouTube employee saying that there was nothing wrong with the video, and can accept advertisements. Approved. While the very same video, if reviewed again by a different employee with different personal beliefs, they can choose to not allow advertising.
I don't know.
This is to say the fate of any video will be determined by luck, and the Act Man got very unlucky. This takedown bothered the Act Man and a sea of YouTubers and streamers. In various communities, the outcry for this decision was felt in multiple videos covering YouTube's bizarre decision. And a day after it was taken down, the Act Man released various tweets, one saying he is again distancing himself from the situation after he claims the attention he was getting had a fan look up his family's information and reached out to his brother via text message. He was also making sarcastic tweets about new series he was planning and where he would break YouTube's rules. A joke that was meant to state that there was no consequence.
Yeah, this was really poorly timed. Again, I have to be honest, not a great idea. I'm excited to announce a new series of videos I'll be making on YouTube called Doxing Adventures with Act Man. In it, I'll be doxing and harassing the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. It's sure to have lots of family fun, ha ha ha. Clearly meant to be sarcastic, but that was really poorly timed. Not a smart thing to do.
And broke them, so there wouldn't be a consequence for him or other rule breakers. One of these tweets read, quote, "I'm excited to announce a new series of videos I'll be making on YouTube called Doxing Adventures with Act Man. In it, I'll be doxing and harassing the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. It's sure to have lots of family fun, ha ha ha, winky face," unquote. This tweet was up for a few hours before being taken down because behind the scenes, Act Man's partner manager asked him to do so. Yet 2 days later, his channel was demonetized. But the answer was not clear, and onlookers were as riled up as ever. The spreading assumption was because Act Man was airing out YouTube's incompetence, and they were trying to silence him by taking down his video and removing his ability to earn AdSense through his other videos. What's more is that this was in the same vein of Quantum sending out copyright strikes to silence.
No, like I said before, it's because he said things directly to YouTube execs and employees. Like you can't fucking go on Twitter and be like, I'm about to dox everybody and harass a bunch of YouTube employees. You can't do that. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? What are you thinking?
His critics. And then that deleted tweet joking about doxing was reanalyzed. On the 9th, in an interview hosted by news creator Phil DeFranco with the Ackman as a guest, reveals that the tweet was the reason he was removed from the partner program. And though his partner manager at YouTube asked him to remove it, and he complied, someone higher up, unaware of the communication, took action when that tweet was initially being spread around. The decision to make such a tweet while he was on the forefront of the campaign to ban Quantum was a poor one, likely made through frustration. There was a lot of discussion, and the smaller opposition of Ackman was getting more vocal. J-Station, a band creator known for creating schlock for children by capitalizing on tragedies and celebrities' death by
Is this the piece of shit that faked his girlfriend's death?
calling their ghost at
I think it is.
was partaking in the frenzy, releasing a video called Calling the Ackman's Mom at 3 a.m. video. This video was uploaded on
I hate people like this, dude. Like, that thumbnail pisses me off. I hate that shit. That clickbaity fucking shit.
Alright guys, we got Mommy Ant-Man's phone number right here. I am so scared to do this. Okay, we're gonna call her. It's calling right now. Okay, I don't know if she's gonna pick up. Hello? Hello, is this Ant-Man's mom? Who's calling? What up, bitch?
In the video, J-Station seems so out of it that he calls him the Ant-Man, the same title of the Marvel superhero. Even the fake
God, he's so
was labeled
annoying.
as the Ant-Man's mom, where some stock audio is played to represent the Ant-Man's mom. Regardless, all the big players were in unison.
If everyone can agree on this fact, whether it be Keemstar, Philly D, fucking H3H3, that these are satirical tweets, all right? If you can get the enemies on the internet to agree that these are just jokes, I find it baffling that YouTube cannot, like, reverse the decision. At the end of the day, human beings run this, right?
YouTube's decision to strike at Ackman was one that could be explained, but no explanation was satisfactory. To distract from this was Ackman's reaction to J-Station's video pretending to call his mom at 3 a.m. He reacted well to it at first, then continued by stating that YouTube, quote, is well within their rights to take action against him and this video. Congratulations, dipshit, you played yourself, unquote. Ackman was now targeting a different creator for uploading what was accepted to be a satirical video, albeit from a banned creator. Even so, you are allowed to have banned creators on your channel. The rule is that banned creators themselves cannot operate their own channel. This in turn brought more attention to Ackman's own satirical tweet about doxing and put into question if it was hypocritical. Ackman pressing on publicly and in private messages that Tommy C should receive a YouTube strike. As per the recommendation of fellow creators, he walked it back and apologized. What started from copyright abuse from an Elden Ring review had spiraled out of control.
Yeah, you think?
Utilized a different channel to re-upload an old video of Ackman saying the F and N word that did little to affect the Ackman's reputation because he renounced that old video. And after June of 2022, the momentum of the movement was lost. Conversation dissipated after Ackman had his partnership reinstated in July and likely did not want to tempt fate in continuing his campaign. To end the saga was a straightforward video uploaded in August of 2022. The video, only 20 minutes in length,
Yeah, at this point, I've like checked out. Like, back when this was all going on, I had stepped away. I think we were in the middle of moving, and I completely fell out of touch with what was going on with Quantum. For the last, like, 15 minutes of this is stuff that I'm going to be completely unfamiliar with.
has Ackman talking directly to his audience, vocalizing his disappointment in the events that transpired, and not 100% sure exactly for what reason his third video on Quantum was taken down, and why his channel was demonetized for a month. To summarize, the Ackman was out. Quantum was outed for his transgressions, yet he allegedly kept copyright striking smaller creators. Through and through, everyone was back doing what they were doing before this 5-month-long drama. While everyone returned to their positions, perspectives were undoubtedly changed. Yet, the story doesn't end here. There was one unlikely character that mostly existed behind the scenes that replaced the Ackman in spearheading a campaign against Quantum, to lesser attention, but to a larger personal degree.
Quantum TV was in fact arrested by the Seminole County Sheriff's Office on the 14th of April for obstructing justice related to domestic violence.
Of course.
Be really careful showing you what's happened. Quantum TV, it seems, has a public docket out for
first degree.
Yo, what the fuck was that? No!
Docket out for
What am I looking at here? We got some, like, some fucking keys or something. But this... Oh, you can't see my mouse. This right, what is this? What the fuck?
first degree felony 9/14/2022 1E obstructing justice, hinder with communication, info to Leo, judge felony first prosecute domestic violence, okay?
On April 14th, 2023, Quantum TV was arrested. At 10:40 a.m., Quantum's wife was attempting to move funds from her bank account. It seems that Quantum tried to stop this by snatching her phone out of her hands, where she sustained small lacerations, possibly as a result of the force of the grab, removing herself as his nails clung on. She then tried to get Quantum's phone, but was deprived of that as well. This is when she threatened to call the police if he did not provide her with a cell phone. Quantum refused to comply. She then went to the leasing office where she did call the police, and this police report and mugshot were produced.
He looks like a swollen nutsack, dude.
A month later, the charges were dropped/abandoned, but something new was brought forward. A restraining order of 2 years from his now ex-wife. And
Damn.
in the same month, it seems divorce proceedings began. These documents are a reliable source that brought a bit of relevancy to him again, as content creators were covering this arrest and what it could have meant for him. And because most videos were made in May, some creators were also covering the restraining order against him. What many didn't find or didn't touch because of the sensitivity of some of these TikToks that we will not delve into either was his new TikTok account that correctly described his situation under what no contact did to me. This is all one word with no spaces. In similar fashion, a string of short videos were rapid-fired onto the account on May 13th, 37 to be exact, all grieving his marriage and a frustration at the no-contact method his wife was taking, though none of these videos showed his likeness. This changed May 16th, and established a pattern of irregular uploads, but rest assured, when he did upload, it was multiple videos in the same day.
If you're in a situation like I'm in, you get a restraining order put on you because now she's afraid of you and what you might do. Of course, now
Well, you kind of are an unhinged fucking maniac, dude. Nobody really has any idea what you might be capable of or might do. So yeah, I 100% sympathize with your ex-wife in wanting a restraining order that would keep you the fuck away from her. Like, dude, really?
She's been talking to somebody behind your back. And it's always like this. Men always have to sit here getting the worst end of the stick because some woman decided that she was done with the relationship versus just packing her shit and going to be with the other person. No.
In these
I don't agree with that.
early
Okay.
TikToks, Quantum makes reference to the
I think
Snapchat
men are shitty,
with
and I think
purpose
women are
is to
shitty.
exchange lingering images
Men
which
and
is
women
applied
shitty
as a
or
form of
shit
communication.
treat each other
It is
like shit.
revealing that his wife, through her communication of that app, found someone to be unfaithful with. Additionally, he claimed his wife labeled him as a narcissist.
In the end,
That is fucking evident. That is literally the most evident thing that we have noticed in this entire video. Quantum is a narcissist. Surprise, surprise. His wife thought so too.
it's just a matter of somebody long-term relationship, didn't tell the guy, and worked up the courage to finally do what she wanted to do. 9 times out of 10, she's on Snapchat somewhere, secretly, anonymously messaging some dude, trying to keep some guy as a life plan B kind of option, right? She has that back option. She always has that exit strategy. And meanwhile, the guy gets called a narcissist because he gets tired of her being avoidant, pulling away, severing the attachment to them, being unavailable.
Notice here, he is putting all of the blame for his failed marriage on his wife. It's his wife's fault that she checked out emotionally months ago and she's got this side hustle. It's all the wife's fault. It has nothing to do with the fact that this is an insufferable, narcissistic piece of fucking shit racist. None of that. but it's because she just checked out emotionally months ago. It's all his wife's fault.
Emotionally, constantly, and so he gets angry, upset, depressed, hurt. Then she doesn't care about any of his feelings because she's checked out already. She doesn't care.
Something that he deeply disputes as he continues to fight the idea that he could be a potential narcissist.
The truth is, again, you start talking to single women, and they start putting those little demons in your head telling you the grass is greener on the other side. Oh, he'll love you better. Oh, he won't do that. Oh, that man's abusive. Oh, that's toxic. Oh, he needs to change. Oh, he doesn't take accountability. And then enter 2023, everyone's favorite.
Dude, what is this fucking video?
Oh, you need to get away from him. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not healthy. Meanwhile, they never tell you what they do to elicit the reactions from the men that they get.
Likely,
everybody's shitty, dude.
Through his uploads, flipped the accusation. Now, Quantum was calling his ex-wife narcissist, and in one TikTok, he both explains the danger of them and their tactics of flipping the accusation.
The more I look into this, the more I realize, like, narcissistic people are legitimately dangerous. Like, why are we not rounding them all up and forcing them to get treatment and care to resolve their mental traumas that destroy others? She took everything I owned and has refused to give it back, calling it marital property. Now, if somebody is being abused, because you know narcissists always love to flip it on you and say, like, oh, you've abused me. If you're really being abused, why would you do that to somebody else? Why would you take everything they own? Wouldn't you just get your shit, get yourself, and leave?
Besides other TikToks disparaging women and falling back on arguing with strangers as he was doing on Quantum TV,
I'm almost embarrassed making a response to you. Like, that's how, like, far above you I am as far as, like, intellectually.
Referencing the comments, he was...
But he's not a narcissist, dude. He's not a narcissist. Just trust him. He's not. It's his wife. His wife is the narcissist.
Developing a small community of like-minded people that appreciated his opinions.
Holy crap.
He was going to therapy and revealed how he deals with it all.
Hopefully this helps some of you guys that are like, shit, it's late. I don't know what
This motherfucker drunk. Don't drunk post.
to do. I love this person. I can't stop thinking about him. Everyone, and I mean fucking everyone, will tell you to move on. That shit doesn't work, bro.
He is drunk. Or high as fuck, one of the two.
That's where peace happens. The faster you drink, the better you'll feel. Do it on an empty stomach, and it works even better.
His last TikTok was uploaded July 1st, in where he says goodbye to his followers, and that he was going to continue to upload on Quantum TV. This wasn't going to be another one-sided fight. The source is somewhat unreliable because it is all secondhand from Quantum's previous ex-admin that goes mainly by Anonymous. Anonymous's source is Quantum's ex-wife, someone that Anonymous, another creator, and Review Tech USA all claim they have spoken to. But first, why would Anonymous turn against Quantum? This actually started in around October of 2022, when giving technical advice, as Anonymous was also in a similar field as Quantum. Anonymous made the mistake of using footage from Elden Ring as reference material. Quantum, finding out about this, demoted Anonymous from admin to moderator, but a few hours later apologized and restored his position. The lashing out made Anonymous feel uncertain. What was the nail in the coffin was a deleted video that contents cannot be confirmed, where Quantum allegedly attacks some aspect of the military. Anonymous, claiming to be a veteran, was insulted and left, and became what is in essence Quantum's largest detractor, and launched a channel that gives technical advice and mostly targets Quantum. On Anonymous's channel, he tells stories, like when Quantum, in frustration of a rat, screenshotting and leaking messages from his Discord, banned 97% or so of the users. But it was pointless because it turned out to be a mod that was leaking the information. There are more stories that highlight Quantum's general incompetence. The real meat, in terms of claims, is found in his channel's community tab. This is where he posts revelations of previous events that had no conclusion. Source from Quantum's ex-wife, that in itself has little legitimacy. What does give it legitimacy is that Quantum, in an attempt to discredit his wife by saying in his own community post, quote, "So as she runs to YouTubers giving half-truths and total lies to smear my reputation, remember that there are two sides to every story."
So he's not wrong about that. Like, obviously, if she's had some issues with Quantum, she's going to give the absolute worst version of the story that she can do, whether it's entirely factual or some of it is fabricated or embellished is nobody really knows, but there are always two sides to every story. And for all we know, she could have been just as bad as him. I don't know that, but it could be that way. You always kind of have to take things with a grain of salt when it comes to he versus she, or whatever the case may be, he said, she said sort of scenario.
Quote. And, quote, she wants to keep making our divorce a public spectacle, unquote. He is verifying that Anonymous' source is legitimate and is in fact his ex-wife. She was the one that exposed his Total Tech membership and how he's able to get his hands on so many televisions, and how he got access to the Ackman's mother's information, being a service that he has a monthly subscription to. This also explains the spam calls made towards Ninjishin and his girlfriend several years back. Quote, yes, and he even did it to himself and recorded it to confuse Ninjishin and make him think it was a random troll. He even called his girlfriend using her father's phone number, so to her it looked like her dad's phone was hacked. That's why she was scared.
That is
She
so
confirmed that
fucking
Quantum is the
weird.
person most perceived him to be, especially with moderating comments. Quote, yes, even when we were out at dinner or sitting in the car or anything, if he has free time, he was approving comments. He would lie and say it's because people kept commenting personal info, but all the comments he deleted were just negative comments about him or a video, unquote. For underperforming videos, she alleges, quote, there are a few videos he felt should have done better, so he bought the views, unquote. She also verifies those quote-unquote hacked tweets were from him. And there are two
Oh, yeah.
bombshells.
No fucking
While
kidding that
one
those were
was
his.
first was assumed-
When he's calling an actress in a movie a half-breed, no fucking way those tweets were not his. Not even a question.
in that he never played Elden Ring and just watched videos to form a review. A game that he sources to all his problems. Something that he was even frustrated at when it won Game of the Year and still continues referencing it in other media like his review of Hogwarts.
It's not on what Elden Ring is on, where it's like clunky and low frame rates. No. It has high frame rates, beautiful fidelity, and an easy mode.
Lastly was Quantum Apotheosis that was rebranded as Next Gen Gamers.
And you know what's funny about that argument about the thing he just brought up with Elden Ring versus Hogwarts Legacy? I didn't finish Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't finish Elden Ring either. But I got to the final boss of Elden Ring. I could not beat the Elden Beast. But I didn't even get close with Hogwarts Legacy. That game was repetitive and dull in comparison to Elden Ring. Keeping it real.
It was the strongest possibility to get him banned when he was at the center of his own controversy. Yet mysteriously in the same period it was unbanned. The explanation given by Quantum's ex-wife only brings more confusion, because she does verify that as the Ackman suspected, Quantum Apotheosis was banned and was using Quantum TV to ban Evade. But when Ackman reported what should have gotten Quantum TV and the rest of his channels banned, instead, YouTube reinstated Quantum Apotheosis. Quantum's ex-wife, through Anonymous, clarifying that Quantum does not have any close ties with YouTube, and the reinstating of his channel was pure coincidence and luck. Another possibility is that Quantum, after all this time, with his banned channel being brought to light, appealed the ban. An option available to him all this time, and an employee accepted the appeal, leaving other YouTube employees enabled to act on the ban evasion. And so, for now, this story comes to a close. An unsatisfactory ending for all involved. The creators from Quantum to Ackman all had something taken from them over the drama. Shared with Ackman and the general YouTube sphere of other creators and their audiences was an unfortunate reimagining of what YouTube is. This is an exposure in how flawed and ineffective YouTube is all the way from the bottom in those that review videos to the top that remove videos and partnerships at will with little explanation. Perhaps it is a good thing that no movement can influence YouTube's decision in protecting potentially innocent creators. But
Yeah,
that
this got
gives the
messy.
company too much credibility and Quantum too much leniency. The unsatisfactory end for him was not any revelation, as that would have been an improvement to his character. Instead, he has shown himself to be the same person. His actions could be spurred by a mental illness or something similar, and that is already far worse than anyone deserves. I have been and will continue to be Joon the King. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. This guy makes awesome videos. If you guys have not checked out his channel, I have linked it in the description of this video. Please check it out. Make sure you like that video and sub to his channel. He makes awesome content. I love his documentary style. Not really exposés. They're literally just documentaries. But they're very good. However, that is going to wrap this up. It was a long one. That was a pretty lengthy video, an hour and 15 minutes. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. But, yeah, this guy's nuts. And the things that he does, it's just confusing and bizarre. Like, I don't understand it. Calling the Act-Man's mom because he got his feelings hurt online. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this episode. If you enjoyed and you want to see more reactionary style content, I would not mind doing more discussion hauls. Let me know by leaving a like on the video or a comment below. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Don't know when that will be. We will have to play it by ear. If you're not part of our Discord channel, hit that link up in the description. Join the Discord. That is going to be the absolute best way for you to keep up to date with when streams are going to be, because that's where I post all that information. So that's in the description as well as Joon the King's link. You know, check those things out. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Till then, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.